Today, the Group 3 will be discussing the basics of the game Badminton. First off, stance, position of readiness. This is the starting point for all movements in badminton. The player should lean slightly forward with their weight distributed towards the front, stand on the balls of their feet, keep their knees slightly bent, move their feet slightly, and maintain a shoulder-width distance between their feet. Another is defensive stance. So when defending, hold the racket across the stomach, equally positioned for forehand and backhand shots. And also, attacking stance. In attacking position, hold the racket in front and above the head to respond quickly to weak returns from the opponent. This stance is also used when receiving a serve.
The basic grips. Properly holding the racket is essential for executing strokes correctly. An incorrect grip can lead to improper stroke production. Forehand grip. The correct basic grip involves forming a V with the thumb and forefinger, aligning it along the center of the left diagonal plane of the handle, slightly spreading the fingers with the handle resting along their base, leaving a small gap between the handle and the palm for better touch and feel, ensuring no part of the handle extends beyond the hand, and treating the racket as an extension of the arm.
So, in summary, for the backhand grip, it starts from the basic grip. You just rotate the handle slightly to the right if you are right-handed and place your thumb flat on the back surface of the handle. This grip is used when the shuttle is in front of your body and helps you get better control, power, and accuracy in your backhand shots. So for the summary for bevel grip, it is a mix of forehand and backhand grips, and this grip is used when the shuttle is slightly behind you, as it gives smoother wrist movement and better racket control, especially from the backcourt. So remember, use the backhand grip when the shuttle is in front and switch to the bevel grip when it's a bit behind.
Panhandle grip. It is a basic badminton grip commonly used by beginners as it allows easier execution of overhead and net shots. It involves holding the racket with the strings facing the floor and the thumb positioned on the side. However, this grip limits wrist flexibility and reduces power in most strokes.
High serve. The purpose of the high serve is to push the receiver far back in the court, making it difficult for them to hit the shuttle successfully. It has two types, the very high serve and the high serve. High serve, right service target. When serving from the right service court, aim the shuttle high and deep toward the opponent's back left corner. Reminder, their backhand side if they are right-handed. This forces them to move backward and gives you time to prepare for the next shot. High serve, left service target. When serving from the left service court, hit the shuttle high and deep toward your opponent's back right corner. The goal is the same, to push your opponent to the back of the court and reduce their attacking options.
Now let's proceed to low serve. This is the safe serve you use so your opponent can't attack you right away. The shuttle just barely goes over the net and lands close to the front of their court. The goal is to force them to hit upward so you stay in control of the game. The backhand low serve is the most common one, especially on doubles. You stand diagonally across from your opponent with your right foot forward near the front service line. Hit it gently, just push the shuttle, don't swing hard. Next, flick serve. This is the fake serve. You set up exactly like a low serve, but at the last second, you quickly flick your wrist to send the shuttle high toward the back of their court. They get surprised because they thought it was coming short, but it goes deep instead. The most important thing is that your low serve and flick serve should look exactly the same until the very end. Stand sideways with your left foot slightly forward. Then when you make contact, just flick your wrists. If your timing is right, they won't be able to react. The trick is to use the low serve most of the time. then throw in a flick serve occasionally so they can predict what you'll do next.
Defensive clear is a basic but critical stroke executed when a player is under pressure or needs to recover position. It is hit with a full free throwing action, resulting in a high looping overhead trajectory that sends the shuttle deep to the opponent's baseline. This high flight path slows the pace of the rally, enabling the player to gain time to retreat to their center base and prepare for the next shot, effectively stopping the opponent from continuing a strong attack. Attacking clear is played with an offensive intention, often referred to as a punch clear. It is designed to create immediate pressure. This shot utilizes a flatter, faster trajectory that clears the opponent but lands quickly near the baseline. It is often taken higher and more directly above or slightly in front of the head compared to a defensive clear. The shuttle's high speed and low arc deprive the opponent of the time needed to get behind the shuttle, forcing them to hit a weaker, often lifted return. You can use it when you are in a good position and notice that your opponent is slightly out of position or too far forward. The sudden speed and depth can force a weak return, which you can then follow up with a winning shot like a net kill or a smash.
Now moving on to the next type of stroke, we have the overhead backhand stroke. Now a player should remember that this stroke should be used only as a last resort, because it's generally weaker than the forehand stroke. Whenever possible, players should use the overhead forehand stroke instead, since it's stronger and more accurate. When performing the backhand stroke, it's best to play it a few meters nearer the front part of the court or near the court. Now next, we have the underarm stroke. This type of stroke can be done as either a forehand clear or a backhand clear. The underarm forehand clear is mostly a defensive move, used to recover or attack when your opponent is close to the net. It's usually hit high or deep to give the player time to regain position and prevent the opponent from attacking. The underarm backhand clear works the same way. It helps the player recover or attack and keeps control of the game.
Sidearm stroke. A sidearm stroke may be forehand drive or backhand drive. The forehand drive is a stroke played at midcourt near the sideline. It is a fast and flat hit. It is executed as an attacking stroke when the shuttle has fallen just above tape level or as an alternative to the smash. It is directed to hit into a gap, avoiding as much as possible a hit into an opponent's body. The backhand drive is an attacking stroke when the shuttle has fallen just above the tape level. It is executed to hit into a gap and not into an opponent's body.
The drop shot. There are two types of drop shot, the slow drop shot and the fast drop shot. The slow drop shot is a gentle hitting, attacking shot played from behind the double's back service line so that the shuttle lands as near as the net as possible. This is used in singles and doubles play. The drop shot is used as an alternative to a defensive clear or smash to force a weak return which can be smashed or to create an opening by luring an opponent to the net and out of position. The fast drop shot is a shot in which the shuttle travels quite fast and steeply to skim the tape and land on or slightly behind the front service line. This is played from the back double service line with slightly more power than that used in the slow drop shot, and considered a trick to make an opponent move to and from across the court by the speed of the shot or to draw them forward to the front of the court.
The smash. This is one of the most powerful and aggressive strokes in badminton. It's usually done when the shuttle is high enough in front of the back service line. The goal is to hit the shuttle fast and steep so your opponent has a hard time returning it. A good smash needs to be steep, accurate, consistent, and powerful. Players often use it to end a rally or to force their opponent into a weak return. It's best to aim your smash at an open space, not directly at your opponent's body. Lastly, the net shot. This is a soft stroke made near the net.
so the shuttle just clears the tape and lands close to it on your opponent's side. It's useful for pulling your opponent forward or setting yourself up for a stronger shot later. And there are 4 types. The basic net shot, which just goes over the net. The second, the stab or spin net shot, where the shuttle spins feather first. Third, the dab, which is a quick downward shot. And the fourth one, the brush, where you lightly brush the shuttle over the net tape. And lastly, let's talk about trajectory. So what is trajectory? It is the path that the shuttle takes after you hit it. The force and angle of your stroke decide how the shuttle flies. Knowing how trajectory works helps players control their shots better, whether they're smashing powerfully or playing softly at the net.